against the audio player.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
no, I've started the stream. Watch out.
Ah, the screen share has also had things going on. I know.
All right, now that we're live, it's time for me to confess every single crime I've ever committed.
Yeah, clearly.
Number
I
1,
stole a car.
breathing. Number 2, I just blinked. That's a crime.
That's just true.
Right. But fucking what? I'm just gonna because the logo update. Thank you, Dragon, for the idea of an updated logo.
Long nose TV, man.
Long
nose.
nose, definitely a good idea.
God.
But
What if it was over the text too?
I considered it, but it didn't look good.
Okay, fair enough.
That makes sense.
We are still in whatever we're doing.
Yeah, no. Last time, the party took a journey to a border checkpoint in the wonderful dystopic nightmare of the checkpoint to the wonderful country of Ostotska. In the age of 1982.
I met a homeless person.
Thankfully, all of you managed to cross the border to onwards to Ostotska in itself, and
Some more legally than others.
yeah, some of you more legally than others. But yeah. But as I left you off last time, though, one person who made their way through the border, someone you did not expect to be around here, your good friend, Mr. Referee.
Oh, hey, it's that
boy.
guy.
Yeah. Mr. Referee is presumably on here on some form of officiation business. He strikes up a conversation with you, recognizing you, though. I was here on business to declare an official world battle. However, by the time I had arrived, the battle had already ceased.
Well, that's I burped in the middle of.
Another dog fighter.
I am very confused.
Can't escape these guys.
If I were to have a hunch, it may be your giant metabot that you had been using last we met.
What would ever give you that idea?
Mr. Referee, ponders for a bit and just a hunch.
Yeah, that idea. I respect the
Well,
hunch.
that's
I respect
great.
your
I'm
deduction.
hungry. Let's go to a restaurant or something.
Indeed, it has been quite some time. I'm very famished.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk about where we can find a glasses shop for our good friend Spam to.
How do we leave?
Well, thankfully, with this border checkpoint being smack dab near enough in the middle of the city of Grestin, that being split between two different countries, it isn't a far walk before you get to somewhere a bit more civilized. And by civilized, I mean kind of a dystopic mess. The country of Ostotska isn't very great for all the talk it puts itself up to be. Several parts of the street are in disrepair. I mean, there's a few potholes, mind you, dotted throughout the street.
Oh my god, it's just like San Francisco.
I don't know what that is.
However, you do eventually reach a mildly shady looking restaurant. It's, I mean, probably the best you're gonna get around here. But yeah, you can relax and have some time to eat, and Spamton in the meanwhile is trying to purchase the salt shakers off of the restaurant staff.
God.
Does that include
Huh?
the salt?
The salt shakers do include the salt, thankfully.
Okay.
What are we doing trying to eat
missed
at,
that.
at a hardware store?
Did we even
Well,
get
Aaron
menus?
just kicks the door open and walks in.
Oh.
Well, if you're sure.
Oh my god. I adore just how much Aaron Hansen has been just no fucks given, just do what he want.
Yeah.
After that display, he just kind of goes right up to the counter and just acts all suave and just says, "What's your menu?"
The restaurant staff just awkwardly glance up at Aaron, like, what? At least one of them is trying their hardest to not make any form of facial reaction that would imply they think Aaron is at least somewhat hot.
Oh my god.
Whether Aaron notices that or not is up to interpretation.
Cat, get off my desk.
He says in character.
So,
Oh gosh.
didn't say anything about a menu.
Yeah, no, you do get handed the menu, and it's like pretty on brand with stuff you would expect for like the 80s, albeit much cheaper stuff like and of course there does rely the obvious problem of what the fuck is a credit? Or this menu's prices are
gosh.
all in credits.
Do we even have money?
Aaron Hansen just kind of rummages around in his pockets, and you hear a very quiet,
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Of course.
I don't even not sure what even the exchange rate in this country would be.
And Spamton awkwardly creaks his head, like, not to worry, I have hundreds of Monopoly money.
I'm
And he
imagining
just
he
pulls
actually-
out a wad of, well, Monopoly money. You don't have any idea where he got it from, but it is quite literally just Monopoly money.
I'm just imagining when you say he creaks his head actually makes a creaking sound.
Correct.
Good.
Of course, of course.
Mr. Magoo is reading a hardware catalog like it's a menu. No one knows where he got it.
Oh, God.
Magazine rack.
Yeah, the magazine rack, that's totally there.
Definitely.
But, the person at, like, cashiering basically just tries to flick through the Monopoly money and, like, sir, we don't accept this money. Spamton is, like, just accept it right here. And just still giving them Monopoly money, like, $1 bill at a time.
This guy gets it.
Hey, perhaps we can go to the exchange counter.
A wonderful idea. A wonderful idea. This Monopoly money is worth approximately, and then because you hear just slight dial-up noises while Spamton is calculating the exchange rate, approximately 3.2 chroma.
And
Would this be
how much is
considered-
that in credits?
Is this a daunting obstacle, not having money?
Ah,
Depending on your life situation.
Yeah, depending on your
I would say
What if-
poverty is
Yeah, no, I would
That's
say
true.
Aaron is
Actually,
really hungry.
yeah. Oh no, extreme hunger is a daunting obstacle to Aaron Hansen.
Okay, I'm going to try from the Aether.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna materialize a burger.
Burger.
Well, it worked. You get something serviceable.
Oh boy.
So to satiate your hunger, what you pull out of the
I was
of your
thinking money, but that works too.
I'm going to say food because I have something funny lined up. Like, you know when you go to like a convention and there's like a stall that sells really shitty fries that just taste really mediocre in your mouth, and you just wish you walked like the extra like block to get to somewhere that sells
I mean,
real food.
I remember
Oh,
one
I
time
know that.
when I was at PAX, I got a pretzel that was more salt than pretzel.
Well,
God.
think CityCon food. That's what Aaron Hansen has had in his pocket.
Oof.
Okay. He just kind of shoves it in his mouth.
Yeah. If we
Feel the heat
had
going.
if we had morale, I would say +1 morale, but
We're not
minus
dealing with
1 to
that.
the taste buds.
Yeah.
My stomach growls.
Well, I am probably also gonna say that Aaron does have enough to share. Whether he wants to share it though is the other problem.
He tears a piece off, it's sticking out, and he's like, "More food?"
No thanks,
Meanwhile-
my good sir.
Meanwhile, Spamton is still calculating the exchange rate of Monopoly money to Chroma to credits. 0.00002 credit.
So we're still a bit short. Oh boy.
But Spamton rummages
Hmm.
around and pulls out like a huge fucking like safe block worth of Monopoly money. This should cover all of our expenses for the next 17 years.
Where do you store that? Where does what?
In this wallet. Spamton shows Herlock his wallet.
Dare I ask what the wallet is?
It is a wallet. It is just a wallet.
Wow. Okay.
I'm,
I'm actually surprised.
Impressive.
Herlock is just absolutely perplexed, but is very fascinated. Just kind of a little enthralled, honestly.
Herlock Sholmes invents hammer space.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
gosh.
Wallet of holding.
Then because like Spamton's jaw like slightly unhinges as he inhales the massive block of Monopoly money, crunches it, and then just spits out like credit. He just converts it on the fly.
I back
Just-
away slowly.
And then just deposits them gently onto the fucking cashier counter. Like, this would be more than enough. For 17 years.
So Aaron just finishes the mouthful of food he has. It's like, how does that taste?
Can you even taste?
Oh, and
Paper?
how would Spamton react to that? I need to just consider for a hot second how Spamton would say that it tastes.
Oh, I good. Want me to get this for you?
All right, so
Hints of sweet chocolate in every bite.
Yeah.
New guest GM just dropped.
Yeah, it gets hints of sweet chocolate in every bite. Because Spamton's just going on about the taste. I mean, there might have been some chocolate coins in there, actually. I don't fucking know.
It would be too fitting.
Yeah.
Did it just
So,
roll Gen twice in a row?
Huh?
Did your music thing just roll Keygen twice in a row?
It might have done. But anyway, so like there's just now a massive pile of credits. You can probably pocket some of these for further expenditure, but otherwise the employees of this city little restaurant will probably see it as the biggest tip they've ever seen.
Yeah.
Aaron just kind of shifts eyes from side to side and just slides one credit into his pocket.
Just one.
Just one.
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 Herlock will get to work dividing it up and figuring out how much we need to actually like get food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
One singular. You're
But
sure you don't want any more? I mean, we have enough to split between the five of us even. So
I just do shifty eyes again and grab another.
very well. Very well.
Yeah,
That's all
but
you
like
desire.
the food total would be about like 5 credits per person. So it's just like between the 5 of you, that's 25 credit. Wow. Spamton's expenditure will very wildly vary depending on what his sense of will allows the economy to be on that day, though.
2 credits.
God.
Great for giving your input on a conversation.
Uh-huh.
Well, how many credits are there? Like
Yeah,
approximately.
like what's the total?
That's a good
us?
question. I did go like enough to cover you for 17 years, so that's a lot.
She did say that.
Like,
This is a lot of money then.
yeah, that is a lot of
Even
money.
split 4 ways, even 5 ways.
Yeah,
Actually, are we
like,
splitting
and
it with Spamton, or is that just it
Pardon?
just the 4 of us? Are we splitting it with Spamton, or is it just the 4 of us?
you can split it with Spamton if you want. I mean, he probably has other ways of procuring money.
I mean,
yeah, fair.
he just freaking divides everything he owns by 0.
Whoa.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mr. Bagoo hands his share to Spamton. Here, this should cover the cost of your antique glasses.
Almost as round as a well-baked cookie. Spamton just stares at the circular nature of the credits that he has just acquired and also created into existence. But, I mean, there's food paid for, so the rest of you will be getting, food that's better than whatever the hell Aaron Hansen had, served for himself.
17-year-old French fries from McDonald's.
I mean, it was a pretzel with, I thought, with more salt than pretzel.
Yeah.
That was what you described as the
Oh, that
from
is
the
true.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
I mean, I guess it could be fries.
I suppose the best way of describing this with this
Limp
like
fries.
one down restaurant is like the fish that they serve you definitely tastes like it's been frozen like in the back for far longer than it probably should have. It's not fresh in the slightest.
Well, it's still food.
Yeah.
It won't kill us, probably.
I don't know about that.
I don't. I don't think Herlock has too many complaints, considering what this man has done in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've described to me that Herlock Holmes has once eaten a bar of soap because he was hungry.
It's literally in his character description on his
Yeah.
character sheet.
He is the soap eater.
Soap eater.
I did get when playing. I did get to her like revealing he's a soap eater.
It's really good.
But with that the restaurant tussle out of the way, oh goodness, what there are many more different types of very close to closing businesses that you could give your money toward,
Oh,
your
yeah.
newfound money of enough credits for 17 years. That is if you don't
Question.
crash the economy with them first.
Question with Spamton's chaos of affinity, I want to form a link with him.
Alright.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with mastery.
That sounds like a good idea. As mastery is your lowest, you get an experience for that and no modifier.
I just
Okay.
realized I somehow don't have a link with Spamton. I'll make a link with Spamton too.
Oh hell yeah.
I probably should too, but what is the question? Mastery is probably the way to go, right? I like this.
You are learning
again.
things.
I'm learning so much about the universe.
I feel like if I did a link with him, it would be dark.
Yeah.
Luigi just doesn't like it, most people.
That was on light.
Yeah, you get 2 experience, one for rolling with light and one for failing.
All right. Well, I'll roll with mastery. Yeah. So, well, not with mastery, but because
Okay,
it
I
is
got a
mastery, like, it's
6. That's a
+1.
fail, right?
Yeah, so like just in as well, you also get the 2 ex. Oh my
Well,
god!
That's okay. It means I get my first.
Some things just
advancement.
don't change in this
Yeah.
campaign, do they?
That's okay.
All of you failed the link with Spamton.
At least
Oh,
we get
okay.
EXP or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally yesterday when I was playing fucking Mass, I like almost none of us failed a single roll. I don't even remember I think there was like 1 failed roll, and now here's the Chucklefuck squad is back.
Alright, so let
Everyone in this campaign is just cursed.
evidently. Alright. So let's run through the link assignment process. I'm gonna say Mr. Magoo gets a heart link with Spamton.
Alright.
Aaron Hansen gets a light link with Spamton.
Okay.
Herlock Soames, I'm gonna say also a heart link.
Okay.
And But for Luigi though, I'm not gonna say he gets a link with Spamton necessarily, but he gets like a sympathy heart link with the restaurant staff for
Oh,
for dealing
good.
with the weirdness. Luigi feels extremely sorry for the restaurant staff.
Gosh,
So
I'm
that's
thinking
a
about
heart
if
link.
Luigi had his poltergeist right now. He just could really help them clean up the money.
God.
I like that Spamton is the only link I have whose name is right, and even then I put it in quotation marks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make an assumption I took some amount of credits at some point.
Yeah. Oh god.
Right?
But yeah, going back into the streets after your food. There's a lot of different businesses scattered about, and like a lot of the signage is like broken or torn or otherwise like hard to read. So I'm gonna say if you want to like get a good idea of what's in like the current city block you're in, I'm gonna have to ask a deep dive.
You know who would be the best
That sounds
person to
good.
make a deep dive?
Can't
Yeah.
we just all?
No, I think Mr. Magoo should do it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. That's terrifying.
He's going to know the exact wrong place to go.
Well, that's a pass.
He doesn't.
So,
he
something
doesn't
from the
find
deep
trouble.
dive
Trouble finds
list.
him.
Alright, deep dive.
Okay. What is the best way out of this situation? The situation being spammed in these two classes.
Alright. So, going down like vague context clues of like Mr. Magoo basically having to feel his way around things. So, like every now and again, sometimes like Mr. Magoo gets like a newspaper clipping blown into his face, implying the nearby existence of a newspaper stand somewhere. And there's other little bits and pieces like just stuff that you would expect to associate with some form of the matter, like a local market. There's like some crop pieces of fruit here and there that like go squish under your shoe, and then eventually you hear the crunch of broken glass. It's nothing harmful for any of you, as you're all like well protected shoe-wise. There's no holes in your shoe, I hope.
Thank goodness for shoes.
Yeah, thank goodness for shoes. But what taking further examination of what went crunch, it was someone's lost, but not being described in the way Spamton described it. But these are square glasses. These are not the ones Spamton are looking for. But you are presumably close to where glasses would be either sold or lost.
I think we're near a glass factory. They could probably make glasses. You hear that, Spamton?
Wait, so what are we doing? Luigi wasn't paying attention.
I so enjoy taking a nice swig of beer in the morning. Spamton getting the wrong idea of what type of glass is being talked about.
We're taking Spamton to the glass factory. Aren't we, boys?
Vintage wine available in 17 different flavors.
Oh boy.
Yes,
I don't
guess
think you
we're
should
drinking
use that.
drink
I could do a
now.
10-minute power hour with that.
I don't think you should eat that, this Mr. Animal Control.
So, like, whereabouts are we in the middle of town right now?
You're getting closer to what building had Mr. Magoo had presumed to be a glass factory. In reality, it's a lost and found.
Okay.
Inside the lost and found, you meet up with Georgie once again, and he's discreetly taking something from under the floorboards.
As he does.
Yeah.
Mr. Magoo ain't a narc.
Discreetly.
Yeah. I mean, discreet in the sense that nobody else saw him, just you guys.
It's under the floorboards. How important could it be? How much could somebody be missing it, right?
Perhaps true.
If it's under the floor, then I was trying to think of a rhyme, but I couldn't.
Everybody.
Why
wants
did
a
it take me
dinosaur.
until just now to realize this fucking entire party is just trying to out-oblivious each other?
It's less I'm oblivious
know?
and more I'm too afraid and introverted to do anything.
Yeah, but like it's all like this is just a party full of like people who aren't taking the directive of progress
Yeah.
at all times.
Everyone else.
Like, how are we making progress? Exactly.
Everyone
A
else.
mystery to everybody.
Their grasp on reality is tenuous at best.
Oh god. But Koji then notices the party after retrieving his lost item, let's say. Oh, I just pick up package. I lose this yesterday. They find. And Koji just trying his best not to look completely conspicuous.
Well, he's failing at
Glad to
that.
hear.
I say under my
Glad
breath.
to hear it.
I delivered this for big money. He's just proud of himself for not losing it.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you found a new gig after that crummy pool attendance job.
Georgie just smiles obliviously at the idea of a pool party. Like, he might believe that he honestly might believe that there is a pool party going on somewhere in Ostotska.
God.
But you've just got this huddle of people, like, you've just got this huddle of people, like Spamton and Georgie included, of, just talking about, well, Georgie is trying his best not to sell out the fact that he is just getting drugs from under the floorboard again.
It's fine.
It's funny
I'm
because
sure
I don't
it's
think
fine.
any of us would care.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware what
Well,
he's
except-
doing. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't
Luigi
touching
might, but
that.
he won't say shit.
I ain't touching that.
Right.
And then Georgie just says, you lose thing too? And Spamton is the first to just clear up. We are looking for vintage glasses from 1889. Georgie just thinks for a moment, like, I see funny glasses. If over there, he just points towards a big rack of various different displays of glasses. So now it's just a form of needle in a haystack hunting.
Cool. Aaron Hansen starts making his way over to the glasses display.
Ooh. What will you do with the glasses display? Like, there's probably like a good, like, I'd say 40 sets of glasses displayed here.
He starts putting them on.
Naturally.
And I want to be clear, just putting them on, not taking them off.
Oh. Alright, so I'm now imagining Aaron Hansen has managed to stack like 5 or 6 pairs of glasses on his face.
Yeah, and he's like, puts some on the back of his head.
Alright, so that's like another few as well.
Hanging a couple from his shirt. Sticks one in his pants.
Mr. Magoo is holding Spamton up by the head, but he is but he's steering Spamton towards a display of tea sets.
Wait, sorry, say again? What was that? What was he turned towards, sorry?
Display of tea sets.
Yeah, display of tea set.
Any of these doing your fancy, Spamton, my good?
Spamton, my good.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so the Spamton just looks at the tea set, and just picks up the main teapot and just pours it over his head. A nice refreshing bath.
That's great.
Mr. Magoo might get a little I mean, there's like freshly made tea in there. surprisingly. So Mr. Magoo might get a little hot to the touch with the tea that's being poured over Spamton's head and consequently Mr. Magoo's hand.
Oh god.
That's okay. He's been through worse, dude.
Yeah, that's like a non-issue for Mr. Magoo, if I had to guess. So, how many pairs of glasses do you think Aaron Hansen has claimed at this point?
Oh.
Dragon?
Oh, I thought you were asking the others.
Oh.
Like a little guessing game.
Ooh, a little guessing
Okay,
game.
kids. How many pairs of glasses is Aaron Hansen going to get in trouble with for stealing today?
50.
That's as many as 5 tens. And that's
20,000. I don't know.
Well, right now he's at 14.
Ooh.
It's a lot.
Yeah, he is over 30% of the way there.
So describe what else is in here again.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff you would expect people to lose at, like just like there's like a few like there's like a novelty key ring or two just sprung up. There's of course the tea sets. There's the glasses. There's also there's a box of clothes over there, like mismatched socks, for instance. Some baby shoes, never worn.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah, there's some suits, some ties.
Herlock would like to go look at the ties and just sort of decide, pondering which ones would go best with his look.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know that he has any intention of taking them. I think he's just like curious.
Yeah, that it's mostly very plain ties. Like they come in very different colors. Like most of them are like black or red. There's a few blue ones in there, and then there's like a very gaudy chartreuse tie as well.
Hey, look, Spansum, here's some glasses. Magoo hands him the baby shoes.
Naturally.
Spamton puts them on.
Hooray!
You have given shoes to Spamton.
Victory jingle.
Non-worn baby, non-worn baby shoes, now worn.
Yeah.
That's I'm imagining like fucking like dark
All
Souls.
of the value has gone down.
Baby
Down the
baby
drain.
shoes worn.
But
They
like
can no
I'm
longer
gonna
be
say like
sold as brand new. They just have to be very good condition.
yeah. I'm gonna say like eventually Aaron Hansen hits his capacity on how many pairs of glasses he can pilfer and put onto his person, and one of them clatters to the ground in the same way, say, a skeleton would, but that's beside the point. But a pair of glasses falls to the ground, and Spamton's attention is instantly turned to them. And wouldn't you know it, these are perfectly round pairs of glasses. They look pretty old. And Spamton, well, beyond like the normal weird smile he has on his face, you can somehow tell that he is more happy than usual. With vintage glasses from 1889, and then he goes to eat them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you for partaking in this treasure hunt across the vast region of Intercountry here.
I suppose the nutritional value back you at the here is a bit higher than where I'm from. Because oh god,
Even Aaron Hansen is impressed.
Alright,
Even
Oh,
Aaron
alright.
Hansen.
alright, Spamton, you coming with us?
There was always a sale to be made in the far reaches of the galaxy.
no.
So, Spamton will be tagging along, but like, not for full worlds. When he returns back with you. All right, but before I forget on this though, firstly, Luigi has helped in the aid of not a citizen, but has aided enough that I feel like his hunt clock can progress from there.
Wait, what did I do?
Been in the party for the aid of
You
finding
won by
Spamton's
doing
glasses.
absolutely nothing.
I did win by doing absolutely nothing,
Sorry, it
apparently.
was literally nothing.
Yeah. And furthermore, with the hunt clock at 5,
Uh-oh.
the fact that I pointed out this box of clothes, somebody is an employee of this lost and found store is carrying in another bag of clothes, and Luigi can spot some very green looking clothes within this bag. So
I'm gonna walk towards it.
yeah,
Oh,
like
boy.
investigate this bag of green clothes, and like the employee just turns like, sorry, sir, this has to like go through the laundromat first. We were just processing here to make sure, the standard procedure.
I think that's mine, actually.
The employee looks a bit hesitant and lets you pilfer through these clothes. There's a lot of green related stuff that it gets like harder to discern where one piece of clothing ends and the other starts. Like there's some green pants in there. There's some kind of green shirts. Not so sure about green hats though, but there's the green pants, green shoes, green shirts, green socks.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be digging through this looking for my stuff.
Yeah. But the employee eventually tries to like grab it back. Like this really needs to go to the laundromat, sir. I'm really sorry, but you can have another look through when it's clean.
Okay, but I that's what I've been looking for. I kind of need that.
Well, you're just gonna have to wait for when it's washed. And the employee goes out through a door in the back.
Guys, we need to go to the laundromat.
I agree. I
Okay.
haven't had a change. I agree. I haven't had a change of clothes in quite some time from this whole adventure.
All right.
Meanwhile, Spamton is minorly vacating the party premises now that because he'll be hovering around but not actively partaking now that his
I'm just
His,
imagining him literally
I don't-
hovering and T-posing.
yeah, basically. But
I don't think anybody else in the party truly understands the scope of Luigi's need for green.
That's
Yeah.
true. I haven't expressed this at all because there's never been an opportunity.
yeah, but
Oh boy. Fighting.
like so now begins the tailing of this man going to the laundromat to wash this bag of green clothes. It is a mildly winding path, and sometimes the guy slips behind a corner that's a bit hard to follow without going single file, and it's just like not the best. But here's the problem: why as the guy is about to go in the laundromat, he's hit by a car.
Oh,
What?
Oh.
And these clothes are going to go flying everywhere, like just scattered across all forms of the street.
I scream.
I don't blame you. That is a shocking thing to see. Herlock rushes over to see if the person who was hit is alive?
Aaron actually breaks character for a moment and just goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Like, yeah, the guy is alive. Like, he's like, he coughs up a bit of blood though, and like, he is in bad shape.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But like, there's clothes all around the street now. Like, they've just been flown off to God knows where. You can see like a shoe just hanging off of a telephone pole, for instance.
I mean, that's nothing unusual.
Yeah, but there's just like a bird catches a tie and flies off with it, thinking it's a worm.
What? That's not food.
A giant green one, of course.
And
all the time
meanwhile,
now.
some less than honorable town folks have taken to stealing some of the clothes of themselves because they are in rag. You're in a bad part of town.
Can I,
Oh,
like...
boy.
I'm kind of scanning this stuff. Do I still see any of mine?
One thing that you can discern as very likely being yours is being picked up and ran away with.
I'm gonna chase after it.
Yeah. Push through stress with dart.
I don't know what that is offhand.
Push through stress is roll with plus however many dark links you have. So in this case, +3.
Ooh, it's a pretty good
2d6
roll.
plus 3.
Yep.
Luigi is going
Gosh
to
dang it.
Did it again?
0.
I've done that too many times.
Yes.
If I edit it, would it work, or is it...
No.
Okay. My shame is there for eternity.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I can make it not same form. What? Oh, you
Oh,
kept the.
why did I put that there? How did...
That's
what?
a good question.
My shame exists for eternity.
Yeah,
the
that one
sequel.
I'm gonna make you live with the same for.
Your shame
Alright,
is
so that
unending.
that is a so something from the push to stress list.
I don't have
Succeed
that
at what you were
up.
attempting. Take +1 forward. Ask a question about the scene or gain an advantageous position.
Succeed in what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Uh,
kind of
alright, so-
chasing them.
Yeah. So
Luigi's going to 0% chain grab combo of this motherfucker.
Oh boy.
So you eventually you eventually tackle this man down to the sidewalk and
Well, I don't know if I would tackle them. I would try to get their attention first.
I mean, okay, tackle being the wrong word then. Like, I wouldn't say heckle, but like, yeah, getting their attention, and they do turn to face you, and in their hands are like what you can clearly identify as Luigi's sock.
The Luigi I know knows no mercy.
I mean, speaking of that, I have a feeling the only thing they fear procs here.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So roll a dark. So it's like, yeah, that's your +1. Oh. Yeah, no, they do not want to fuck around with that stone glare that Luigi is shooting in their
it's the
direction.
death
And they
stare.
completely seize up. Like, they are just terrified. They are just lightly clasping these socks that belong to Luigi.
They know they're going to get 0 to death
Well,
grab
I mean,
combo.
the problem with this
It's the death
situation
stare from the
is
meme.
I'm not being aggressive. I'm just asking a question. Like, hey,
yeah, but they
that's
they
mine.
take a look in your eyes, and they like they just kind of like stammer and stutter like and like they try to like inch the socks further towards you, and before like by the time you take them back, they're like, please don't hurt me.
I mean, I wasn't gonna. I just want my sock back.
Gone. But and so Luigi's socks have been gained. They not the full get-up of Luigi, but you are now one step closer to regaining your green. However, by the time you return to the rest of the party,
Well, hold
all the
on.
people.
Assuming the guy doesn't like run away immediately, can I ask him why he's so scared?
He just like the only thing you can make out is just like you have a scary like expression, like your face just looks really scary. Like
I'm like touching my face, like, is there something on it? I'm not trying to be scary.
he just stammers a bit more and then runs away in fear.
It's because he's a Smash player, I'm telling you.
I guess I shrug it off and walk back.
Yeah, and when you do return, a lot of the other clothes that had been scattered around have since been cleared up, presumably by other desperate people looking for something that isn't a rag to wear. Whether some of those clothes are yours or not, though, is remain to be figured out, as you never got a good look at that. It's just the socks that caught your immediate attention.
Is it
Well,
one sock or two?
Don't I have
It's a full pair.
Don't I have
it's
that
both.
one skill that lets me know if I know where they are? Like if
Let me
something
double
of
check.
my green is here?
Yeah.
I thought I had that.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see.
Something.
In
of
other
my
words,
green.
you can spend a moment. I can only have a. You can think when you want. No, hang on. No, I don't think you have the thing that lets you immediately scrap.
I don't even know what that word is.
Indefatigable pursuer. No, that's only if you. In this case, Luigi being from the Muslim Kingdom, you would only know where your green is within the
okay.
Muslim Kingdom.
I misinterpreted. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I assume hunt clock goes to 0, so...
Yes. Like the full scope of your green may have eluded you, but you are one step closer to regaining your full sense of green. But also with with the quest completion of helping Spamton find his glasses, that will advance the next off playbook checklist of having a upgrade for Gurren Lagann. And by that I mean Spamton has been tinkering with it while you guys were at the laundromat.
Oh boy, and what does it do now? Dare I ask?
Well, it can now stamp things. Spamton may or may not have stolen one or two of the stamps from the checkpoint.
I see.
And
Like a normal stamp size stamp?
No, it is now bigger.
Okay. I do think it would be
going
very funny if, like, just a single one of Gurren Lagann's fingers could just open up and there's just a normal size stamp in there. That's the upgrade.
That is funny, but I will mark that as like you can take another move from the jockey playbook with your ownership of Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now that mess has been cleared up, like hopefully one of you had called like for a hospital for like an ambulance to arrive in the meantime to pick this guy up. Right?
I mean, we don't know the number for emergencies in this country.
True, but you could have at least been shouting for somebody to call an ambulance.
So could have all the other people that took all the clothes. Gosh.
Yeah, but they were focused on getting something new to wear. Like, as far as you guys have just observed, you're the only people who seem to give a shit about this person getting hit by a car.
What kind of absolute monster would care more about clothes at a time like this? So anyway, I returned to the group.
Yeah.
Mr. Magoo is trying to get attention, but he's just talking to a lamppost.
Ah, damn.
Wait, you actually realize what happened?
I never said that.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So what have Aaron Hansen and Sherlock Holmes been doing while stopping this person from injuring themselves any further from quite possibly some broken ribs?
Shouting really loudly, "Oh my god!"
You're trying to get some fucking medical attention, probably, but like
Yeah.
beyond that.
Yeah, like eventually you do get the attention of a doctor who just so happened to be in the area, and they have called in for like a stretcher to take this guy to hospital. So, at the very least, that's been resolved. Now all that remains is finding out how to get back. Like you've accomplished your mission. Spamton is still kind of following you. He doesn't want to cause any other problems in this locale. So presumably, if you take him with you, that would solve the anomaly, right?
I would assume so.
Hey guys, what'd I miss?
Where did you have? Where?
I
Where
just
have
sort
you
of
been,
shyly
good
look
man?
at Spamton and try to poke him, see what happens.
I
Spamton vibrates slightly.
found my socks.
I just kind of look around like this is the
Your
coolest thing
socks?
ever.
Oh shoot, I never told you what I've been looking for, have I?
You clearly something far more important than a medical emergency.
Well, it looked like you guys had it. And I
Never
don't...
mind. What is so important about these socks? Pray tell.
My green is gone.
You're green.
He's orange.
I'm not supposed to be orange. I don't know why I'm orange.
Gosh,
But I'm
have you never
orange.
played Mario?
And I should... What?
Luigi's thoughts completely derailed by Aaron Hansen inadvertently telling Luigi about his media.
Mario. That's the blue guy, right?
I just look at Luigi with a blank face, just like, what?
Complete thought
He
derailment.
rolls up in a ball, right?
I don't know. Just... Suddenly I'm with you guys, suddenly I'm orange. I don't know what's happening, but... These socks are mine.
Okay.
So
Socks.
your clothes are the wrong color. Is that what I'm getting from this?
I guess? I'm assuming the rest of my clothes are somewhere else at this point.
Why can you not just get new clothes, though?
I mean, have you ever tried to get clothes in my size and shape?
A fair point. A fair point.
I was literally born with these.
No, that sounds right.
Fascinating. The world is truly full of strange things. There's no malice in Sholmes's voice when he says that, by the way. It's more just a whimsical wonder.
But like, but still, this conversation's still going on, and I presume, are you guys like us wandering at this point, trying to find a way back, or are you still in front of the laundromat waiting? Like the medical team has arrived to pick up the guy who had been hit by a car, so like that's been going on. Sorry.
Mr. Bagoo, I think, is now trying to find the hotel and enters a porta potty. He has wandered off.
Oh.
Understandable.
Is there a porta potty?
Yeah, no, I'll say there is for the sake of comedy.
Alright, he's in that.
Yeah.
This is just important to me is all.
Piece of your identity, you might say.
Yeah, exactly.
Spamton pipes up for the first time in a while. Not to worry, I'm sure there are millions of green objects in the universe.
Well, not me, apparently.
We know!
That was towards spam, by the way.
So Mr. Magoo's in the porta potty, and
Yeah.
the man has been taken away for medical treatment. Oh gosh, what do we do now?
Presumably try to, like I said, presumably try and find a way back to the hotel to, now that Spamton has been placated.
Well,
Hey, Mr. Spamton, which way to the hotel?
Spamton starts basically twirling one of his fingers around, and you can just hear like a fucking like slot machine roulette noise playing as he's twirling.
Great.
Before he just stops and points in an offwards direction. That it has road. There's that at least. So the street does continue down that way. He's not pointing you towards the wood.
Okay, well, Aaron Hansen starts going that way.
well, if no one else has any other leads, I suppose we may as well start looking. Wait, where's that old fellow? Where'd he go off to?
I
Looking
turn back
around,
around.
perplexed.
I turn back around and just run and
What?
charge my shoulder into the porta potty.
Oh no!
What, like Wario Soda Bass?
Yeah.
What if? Well, what if Miss Bagoo's just back at the hotel?
In the middle of what, sorry?
What if he's back at the hotel?
Oh, and it's already back.
Correct.
Just
Yeah.
found his way there somehow.
Yeah, but like Aaron Hansen, Wario bashing his way through the porta potty. The door just like basically crumples to Aaron Hansen's posture, weight, and other parts of his body.
He just falls over clumsily, and it just gets back up with this wowed face. He's like practically pogging.
Yeah. He might have also minorly injured himself on the toilet inside of the porta potty, mind you, but no harm taken, just probably just slightly bruised. Well, that's besides the point, though. It's just like that Herlock, Solms, and Luigi, on the other hand, do eventually find what seems to be a hotel entrance. With Aaron Hansen probably got some toilet paper wrapped around his ankle.
Is this gonna take us back?
Well, there's only one way to find out. And if not, it could be a place to stay for the night.
I like to imagine that because of Toilet in Wonderland, Mr. Magoo has now mixed up and conflated bathrooms and hotel entrances, which is why it worked for him.
Oh. But through the door you go, and you do find your way back. Mr. Magoo is already there, like chatting up a fire hydrant. That is
In the
just there.
hotel.
You can't choose for me. What if I want Mr. Magoo to just not be there? I'm gonna say he's not there.
You said he was already back there.
Nobody can see him.
Damn. Okay. I see how it is. But you are back at
He
the
pops
hotel.
up. He pops up from out of the counter.
Oh.
Oh, you guys finally got back.
How did you get here? What? Never mind.
The
It's
hotel
not that important.
entrance.
Uh,
Fair enough, I suppose.
but as
Good to see you in one piece.
as you do return, though, you are greeted by a radio piece, surprisingly not from Aaron Hansen this time.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
And after 3 foreign threats vanquished, you are still lost. Not to worry, though. A highly trained expert has been informed on your location and should be arriving within due time. In the interim period, you may continue the hunt and make the rescue operation arrive much sooner.
Aaron Hansen just picks up the radio in both hands and just says,
Where is this guy? Where is he?
I just go back into a room.
Yeah.
I sit down on the bed, take off my shoes, and stare at my socks.
Yeah. Other notable piece of interest. You notice that just incidentally, not like an active point of concern or anything, because you find it weird how since last seeing Georgie in the Lost and Found place, you notice that it's the exact same time it was when you first went into the Lost and Found. As if no time had passed watching that guy nearly die. Well, because the minor weird oddity. Nothing more than that.
Huh. Interesting.
Aaron Hansen kind of shrugs it off and sits down and
Yeah. Any of you who do have any harm, now that you are back at the hotel, feel free to restore it back to 0.
I've taken a new thing because of my advancement.
Yep.
So,
how the hell do I not have any harm?
I don't think I've been harmed this entire game. But I'm also, like, not intentionally getting into fights, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of us aren't intentionally getting
Well,
into fights or just
yeah, I mean,
shits.
Aaron Hansen just eats shit at least once per session.
it's tradition.
Mr.
No,
Mr.
he
Magoo-
definitely has initiated combat intentionally.
Yeah.
And Mr. Magoo has also been fairly harmful.
Mm-hmm. So,
He
Alice,
tripped on himself last time.
did you say you'd taken something from the jockey as a thing?
Oh, right. For the...
For the completion of Spamton's little thing.
fair.
Spamton also is just like basically taken up the spot of the receptionist. He's just acting in the absence of anyone and everyone working at the hotel.
Good.
Well, this is just where he lives now.
Yeah?
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Let's see. What am I gonna take?
But in the meanwhile, the array of doors take you to different worlds is once again making itself known.
Finally.
So like you've still got 7 doors you can go through. Whether
Yeah.
whether it will have a puzzle to solve to get in there, though, I mean, I'll figure that out.
The idea of Herlock Sholmes taking Wheelmaster is terrifying.
Gone.
Just make this man the most dangerous driver in the universe.
Oh no.
Well, I'm pooped. Mr. Magoo starts going through door 6. I don't think we've gone through that door.
I thought that was the
Let
first one
me
we went
double
through.
check.
Oh, he's
So
going
you
through a
have
different
gone through
door.
door 6.
He's going through door 3. I don't think we did 3.
You've done door 3.
He's going through door 2. I'm the Mr. Magoo today, I guess.
Well, of course, door 2, little, out of story, flashback of, remember when Aaron Hansen switched to radios? You'll be hearing you'll be hearing the radio that he swapped with door 2 as Mr. Magoo gets close to it. So, as such.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
And through this door appears to house a problem. A spacefaring man disguised as others at an attempt at indiscreet sabotage. One might even call this nephew an imposter, if you will. In the event that this passageway does not take where you call home, it is highly advised to dispose of any discrepancies before leaving. For example, if a suspicious red astronaut were to try to snap the neck of a notorious criminal, punch the astronaut in the face, run away as far as you can, and leave things up to a trained professional instead.
Oh,
Thank God we're not going through that door.
Sigh.
we'll have to someday.
From the sounds of it, we won't expect it.
Who installed this on
boy.
my door? Mr. Magoo is now going for that doorknob and nobody stops him.
Oh, God.
Aaron Hansen just kind of shrugs and follows him into door 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this means, so I am also following, I guess.
Well, nowhere
I
to
could
go
go for a little space
in.
world.
No relief.
There is, yeah, no rest for us.
Well, I mean, I did say you can clear any harm that you may have had since returning to
I
the
guess
whole...
there's the implication that we took some rest. Yeah.
Yeah, there is that implication. And through door number 2, though, it is going to be it's a lot nicer than the last town or city you were in by a mile. Like this looks like a nice, quaint little English street. Well, it would be if it weren't for the fact that it looked like disaster had just walking through it. It's currently nighttime in this world, but it's been through better, let's say. Like it otherwise a nice normal English street, except for the part where it looks like an alien invasion is happening.
I don't know if this is quite what that radio described, but maybe?
This isn't in space! But I guess there's... alien...
Like, however, even in the midst of a few crashed cars of like a lot of people hold up in their holes. There's this one car does drive up to like just park outside this like kind of dinky looking green car just kind of parks up, and a suited man just kind of grunts inside as if nothing is wrong.
Oh, I think
I-
I understand
I
where we
think
are.
this guy is. It might be in disguise.
I thought I understood what world we were in, but now I do not.
I'm sorry. Can you describe the man again?
He's wearing a brown suit.
A brown suit.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh my god.
But, I mean, he's just like.
Oh, I thought it
the
was
brown-
Professor Layton, but then the Dragon Quest music popped up, and it's like, is this Dragon Quest? What is
No,
I
like
ha-
there's I will say there's not much in the way of music I could be going for here. I'll say that much. So I had to diversify.
Is it because the Professor Lane music would get you fucking
No,
destroyed?
no, it's not Professor Layton.
Okay.
But no, I just need a like so you see this man like going into his house basically as if nothing is wrong, and in fact everything could quite possibly be wrong if you took a look at this play.
I only just now realized what it is, I think. Okay. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, but so what do you make of this not so great locale? Because seeing this just oblivious man just walk into his house in the face of what's quite possibly an alien invasion.
Looks like Wisconsin's going through a rough patch.
I see the alien invasion and I scream.
I see the guy and I'm just. It's hard to describe, but I almost feel a kinship with him. No links yet, but just.
No.
Is he perhaps an acquaintance of yours?
Guys, there's aliens. I had a bad experience with aliens once.
Shut
I
up!
cried.
Oh, so mean.
Mr. Hansen, if Mr. Luigi here has experience, then it is valuable for us to listen to him.
I was literally an infant at the time.
That complicates matters.
Oh god.
But do any of you wish to knock the door of the house this man has entered?
Yeah. Aaron Hansen
Well.
does that.
The man like somewhat
And,
open.
but before you open the door, I just want to say Aaron Hansen is standing with his face like a millimeter away from the door.
Oh.
I pause and think for a moment. Well, actually, I guess I was also an adult at the time, too.
And
I don't know,
man,
it's all a blur.
The man slightly widens the gap in the door. Is kind of surprised at Aaron being so close. Just fumbles a bit and hello, you're them. He just sputters out. You're them. Like he's just like kind of gesticulating, like trying to correlate if you are with the aliens or not.
I just kind of look up at the aliens, just look back, just kind of like thrust my hand in that direction. Like, can you believe this?
Ugh. They took my turtle.
I'm sorry?
They took turtle. No. So I would like to welcome you to your next world.
Oh, and uh, uh,
that's not correct.
I got my fucking wacky Englishman completely fucking mixed. I see. I'm stupid.
Well, welcome to the
Oh.
Mr. Bean
Yeah,
world.
Oh,
you predicted
boy.
a gentleman. What you got is the exact opposite of a gentleman.
I'm gonna be honest, because you described of like outskirts of like
No, I
England or whatever. I thought it was gonna be like fucking Wallace and Gromit.
God.
Oh
One
my
and
God.
Gromit is a banger idea for a world, I will say. But there's man in a brown suit. It's just like he's hesitantly like opening the door more when he starting to be sure that you're not with these aliens. And they're talk titty. I've been looking for them the entire time. Where they took my titty.
I don't want to
we gotta
spoil.
stop them. I just kind of slam my hand against the wall. Come on, guys, let's move.
I don't know what he's all worked up about, but okay.
Well, it seems like we need to help this fella out. So,
Against those aliens?
oh,
I
Yeah,
stammer.
there was also the world entrance jingle. But yeah, no, this man is like he needs his stuffed teddy. Like he is in like a real bad state.
oh boy.
Like he is rather disheveled. Like as you can but like yeah, you can see like, well, of course, like as the door opens more, the most notable part of his face, aside from his big eyebrows and nose, you can also see like a mole on his face and what have you. Like he's kind of weird looking, but like you can get that he's not a malicious guy. Just you can get similar. The best way I can put this is you get similar vibes from him as you do from Mr. Magoo.
Kinship.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'd say he's more of a cross between Mr. Magoo and Aaron Hansen.
Oh yeah, I can believe that.
But with
The
less talking.
fusion.
But like this man just asking you to help find his teddy is just he's not presently aware that there is in fact an alien invasion that's going on. He's just like thinks that just some random person has took his teddy. Like he's
Oh, boy.
correlated something that something is amiss, but not that there's an alien invasion going on. And because they could be anyone. But as he comes out and sees like the four of you are just kind of standing around like you from together. It is hard to understand this man. Like you can probably mistake everything he's saying for gibberish.
I
if
just
you
kind
want.
of give him a blank grin and nod slowly.
Of course, my good sir.
He just appreciates getting just kind of like weakly thumbs up, like we gotta find my teddy. I was walking down the street and he's gone.
Well, who took it?
Oh, I've been looking for him for 3 days. Like this man, because as he said, been looking for his teddy for 3 days now, and has not been any closer to finding where it may be.
Did you try under the couch?
Mr. Bean like mimes out, like trying to lift the couch before like pretending to stumble as if like trying to mime that he's too weak to lift the couch.
I just kind of peer into one of the bushes and just look back at him and shake my head.
Mr. Bean just looks between you and the boss, like just trying to figure out if you're trying to tell him something.
Well, I was basically saying it.
Sorry, say again.
I mean, Aaron Hansen was basically saying it wasn't in the bush.
Like the man like scrolls through the bush and finds nothing, and he just goes. He just groans like. Argh. He rolls his eyes and looks fed up with like another bum lead.
I mean, I shook my head. That meant no.
Yeah, but do you think he's smart enough to figure that out by himself?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
But like, he's trying to like explain the situation. You eventually get some form of identification. You don't catch his first name, so all you really need to know that he is in fact Mr. Bean.
I can't believe it.
As I recall,
Finally.
when he was asked one time what his first name was, and he just said Mister.
Well, first names aren't exactly important. Like, we can just like have that be like that Fairly Odd Parents gag where nobody catches Timmy Turner's dad's name.
My name is.
Pretty
car
much.
rolls by really loudly.
Yeah.
UFO moves by really loudly.
Pretty
Luigi
much.
screams really loudly.
Yeah.
By the way, how much longer are we going for? By the way.
Maybe like another half hour, 45 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Boy.
Are we going to meet Spiky Papyrus?
Spiky papyrus.
It's called Underfell Papyrus.
Yeah, excuse me, Underfell
Hmm.
Papyrus.
Although I'm pretty sure that's a Mr. Starman.
That's literally the joke.
Oh, okay.
This man hasn't seen the Sans Nest Did You Know Gaming video.
No, I
clearly.
have. I just don't think about it because who the fuck cares?
I
What,
care.
you mean you don't think Papyrus is the skeleton of a Starman?
Oh my god. I have never thought about this before.
And
You'll
anyway,
never leave me.
Anyway, so Mr. Bean just trying to get you up to speed on like what's happened the last few days. Which basically just amounts to he went shopping, he went for a lovely stroll in the park, and like just finding it weird how few people have been out and about recently. Which makes it all the weirder that
Well-
Teddy has gone missing.
What about the aliens?
Earlier.
Yeah, there
Aliens?
there's a lot.
I look just as confused as Mr. B.
I point at the
Mr.
sky.
Mr. Bean looks around at the sky. Very coincidentally, no UFOs or anything up there. And the moment he looks down, one flies overhead.
There's
just
another
blows you off.
one.
He just blows you off because, like lets his hand flop as if he's like dismissive. Shakes his head, like trying to blow you off as like some form of alien conspiracy.
Okay, well I know I'm not crazy. Are we gonna do something about it or what?
Well, I don't see any aliens. I just see weird flying birds. I think they're migrating.
Never mind.
God. I will say though, because I was grinning ear to ear, Lee, when you said you wanted to play Mr. Magoo, because I was severely anticipating Mr. Magoo and Mr. Bean interacting.
I see.
God.
Two bumbling oafs, just trying to get by their daily business,
So,
avoiding danger by sheer fluke.
so who here is even acknowledging that? Is it just Luigi and is Sholmes acknowledging them?
That's a good question.
Uh,
I think the thing is that, like, does Sholmes even realize that this is out of the ordinary for this place?
I mean, it's out of the ordinary in the sense that he doesn't seem to notice.
But, like, it's out of the ordinary in the fact that everybody else is holed inside while Mr. Bean's like testimony, let's say, is that there should be people walking about bustling little city street.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Wait, this is
Oh.
Huh?
What's up?
I just realized what song was playing.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, no, Mr. Bean is just still oblivious to like at any time there'll be any hint of like an alien approach. Mr. Bean just so happens to either be like looking the other way or like distracted by like a penny on the ground. Like he just bends over and like, "Whoa, penny."
Well, if everyone else thinks we should investigate those weird birds, I think we should do that.
The question is, where do we start?
I don't know. Maybe get some bird seed.
Mr. Hanson, I like the way you think.
Oh no.
What?
Mr. Bean hears this as well, and he like stops to think for a moment, and like snaps his fingers like, "Aha! I got it!" And he just runs inside his house again, real quick. Rummages around. You can hear things being thrown about, like a loud cat meow as it's like thrown to the side.
Oh no.
But he just arrives with like a bag of bird seed. What he's been doing with that, God knows.
I
Could play the same song again.
I just graciously just sort of come up and smile, grab a handful of bird seed, and just start eating it.
Oh,
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
Did you just
That's-
have a
that's a-
pretzel?
That's a great idea. Mr. Magoo picks up some rocks off the floor and then throws it at the UFOs.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. So like, all right. Okay. I want to say roll strike with intent on that.
Fair
Oh
enough.
no. Oh no.
I think that, yeah, let's see.
Oh, dear.
Of course, that's the one that rolls high.
Oh, of course.
Alright, well, deal great harm, take control of the situation?
Okay.
Maybe this literally knocks down one of the UFOs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you could hear a large metal clang, and one of these UFOs just starts spiraling, and just off in the distance you just hear a loud splash, presumably from like a pond in a park or something.
I don't think they liked that.
I'm like,
The
whoa!
pork! Mr. Bean snaps and says, the pork! And he, like, starts clambering for his car keys again and just climbs into his stinky little green vehicle.
Oh
They're
boy.
on PC. So, thankfully, though, as we outlined before, it's very likely that Herlock Selms can just robot over there.
Oh
Just
yeah,
since when did he have a
absolutely.
green car?
I mean, he parked his car as you entered the world, keep in mind.
Yeah, no, I'm just. Since when did he have a green car?
That was, I think, was that only in the cartoon series?
Probably because in the live action one, he has a yellow car for everything except the pilot, where he for some reason has a red car.
Hmm. Either way, his dinky little green vehicle just eventually makes its way over to the park, and like it's the engine is dying on that thing. Like he has to jumpstart the car like a few times before he eventually gets there. And all right, who's in the direct passenger seat right next to
Aaron.
him? Well, how does Aaron feel about the fact that the car has started at least 3 times?
Just kind of looking over at the dashboard, a little concerned, and at that HUD, but doesn't really do much else.
Hmm.
I am very nervous.
Yeah.
So nothing new.
God. But so making your way into the park area, you are alerted to some form of flying saucer just crashed into the lake here. The glass on the where you would expect to see like an occupant is broken. So that's maybe you can find a body of whoever was driving this UFO somewhere around here. But it has been like a brief moment since it crashed, so might not necessarily be in the immediate area, but there is a crashed UFO in the lake.
Would Aaron Hansen be able to climb into the ship?
Yes, but he would be wet, and it is filling up with more water as time goes on because of the crashed little.
I
glass
just
over.
I just realized this is just the dumbest XCOM extraction mission.
Oh God!
So like, is it? So it's sinking. You're in the water.
It is like slowly sinking. Like it's not getting much water in it at the moment, but like as it sinks more, it's gonna just start going in more and more water.
Okay.
How big is it compared to Gurren Lagann? Because my wonder is if Gurren Lagann is strong enough to like try and pull this thing out.
Yeah, I'd say like its weight goes to like from shoulder to shoulder on Gurren Lagann.
Okay, so it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, to try and like pull this thing out onto land.
Yeah.
What would I roll for that? Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Push stress mastery, maybe.
That's probably it. If I had to guess. Push through stress.
Yeah, so with mastery, how many mastery links do you have right about now?
Not very many, actually. Well, hold
Gurren
on.
Lagann is sleeping, but it's still sleeping links still count towards push through stress rollers, so 2.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. 2d6 plus 2.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Oh,
and
baby.
that reawakens your Gurren Lagann link.
Ooh,
We
hell
did it.
yeah.
Yeah, so take your options from the push through stress list.
Let's see. Well, I'd like to succeed at what I'm attempting for one thing.
Yeah.
And ooh, I could ask a question about the scene, but I'm not sure what there is to really ask. Is the problem?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll take +1 forward.
Okay, so you can now note, like on your forwards, you can now get a +1 to a move you make in the future, just once them. So at any time, if you roll like a 6 or something and beef it hard, you can like, nope, that's a 7.
Okay.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned.
So like,
How
yeah,
can I mark this,
going like
actually?
on picking up this UFO while Aaron Hansen is trying to climb into it. Aaron Hansen, of course, still gets like wet from like going into the pond and trying to climb into the UFO before going lifts it up. But yes, you do manage to wedge it out of the lake, pond, whatever, and like it just, well, obviously large metal clanging as it collides with like the park pathway. Mr. Bean is now also trying to climb into it with Aaron, and it's just, like frantically going, Teddy! Just trying to look for his lost Teddy. Not finding much of anything. Cause he just throws out a few things like looking for Teddy, like an ID card of some description, some instruction manual for how to fly the UFO.
Sholmes would like to stamp the UFO for a job well done.
Big ol' accepted stamp right on
Yeah.
the UFO.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's
No
go.
longer le-
I have both accepted and rejected stamps available?
Yes.
the-
Oh,
Do
that's
you
fun.
have reason stamps available?
No. Just accepted
These-
and denied.
These aliens are no longer illegal.
But
I'll have to
yeah,
keep that
you
in my back pocket with the accepted and denied stamps. 'Cause that's fun.
you can have a lot of fun with that. Oh no. And like just more stuff Mr. Bean is throwing out, like some weird alien gizmos of some description, like some kind of remote, just a list of some kind, because like all sorts of like different papers and like maybe alien contraptions being the majority of what he's throwing out, trying to search for his Teddy. Teddy. He's getting more and more dejected as he's not finding it.
Excuse me, Mr. Bean, but what would you say is the last place you remember having it? Having this Teddy of yours?
We're Teddy and I, we're going shopping. We picked up what we need. Teddy's gone. I looked over my shopping cart. Teddy's gone.
The store. While asking this, Herlock is scanning the area, just like seeing if there's like any attention being drawn to us from the presumable ruckus this whole thing has caused.
None right now. Like that, though. There is like all the stuff Mr. Bean has just thrown onto the ground from like throwing out the UFO. Some of it is kind of like soggy and damp. So like those instructions for the UFO, they are not readable right now. They are way too so.
Very unfortunate.
Oh my gosh, but it.
Let's see.
Yeah, like Mr. Bean is just again rattling off his daily routine, like going shopping, trying to like just go about his day, fixing his car, well, trying to anyway, and then going on the wild goose chase to find Teddy, looking in all sorts of places where he might have been before, like the museum. It is quite droning at this point, like easy to like tune out, as Mr. Bean keeps saying places he's been recently. Like he's been
A lot of
to see.
repetition.
Pardon?
A lot of repetition.
Yeah, and also like going to the movies, fixing his car, going to the park,
Fixing his car.
Yeah.
Going home, fixing his car. Going to sleep, fixing his car. Waking up, fixing his car.
Yeah, like that comment is kind of shit, as you can tell. But like
It's the
he
second
also
shittiest
points
car in
out
the
like how
show.
it's been like quite some time since he was last heckled by like a parking officer about his car. The car must be broken order. I've not gotten heckled and since.
Okay.
Aaron Hansen completely believing that the car was in functioning order despite being sat in it, breaking down 3 times.
God.
Completely believable. But that aside, like the only real things of note at this point would be like the like stuff that Mr. Bean had thrown out, like the ID card or like the one of the pieces of paper that is still legible because the water from the pond had not claimed it yet.
Let's see.
Like the ID card, most notably, it has a insignia stamped on it, like as a means of like grouping and identification. This little old insignia just stamped over it here.
Let's see.
Oh man, it's Tetris.
Oh boy, I love Tetris.
What's Tetris?
Let's see.
I like the idea of Herlock
Oh,
Holmes
I
just
see.
saying that like mildly, saying he likes Tetris incredulously, not knowing what Tetris is.
Of course. That he has to show his enthusiasm in all situations. For
Yeah.
everything.
And of course the main identifying piece of like information, the picture of the driver, the person who this vehicle is identified for and legally owned by in terms of space related terms, question mark. I mean, does this look like a familiar face to you?
No.
It's Papyrus.
Actually, wait. It seems strangely familiar to me. Never mind.
It's Papyrus.
But I can't place who it is.
Yeah.
It's a line. Great.
It's a man with a line face. Oh boy.
Mr. Bean peers over and like nearly gets excited, but before grumbling again, like no, he hadn't seen it. Like he thought he had, but no, he hasn't.
I don't know what army this guy is from.
I don't like the looks of this guy.
I just think it's funny that Mr. Magoo is the only one that sees the Starman emblem and recognizes it as a military insignia.
uh, yeah. Hmm. But when some of you look back up after looking at the ID, though, you see the figure in question like staring back at you, and just a metallic, like robotic synthesized type of voice just saying, "Give it back."
Oh, you know I'm
I-
screaming right now.
I look down at the picture and I look back at him and just the like, confused look, like squint.
What's the
Yeah.
hazmat suit for, buddy?
I just look back up at him, shake my head, and just if no, I take it someone else is holding the card at this point.
Yeah, I was presuming Kurlock Solms was holding it.
I just shrug and just sort of turn around and walk a few steps.
And I'm like the visor starts to like noticeably like I'm not gonna say heat up, but like it starts like amassing a form of like form of energy, like in this mark of what it is presumed to be hostility toward itself, like the party marking hostility towards it by not giving back its ID card.
Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
hide behind something.
Yeah, but also I'm gonna take this like energy charge to be like a form of ending the session here.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Just
I'm
cliffhanger.
I'm
charging
starting to
energy.
get like tired out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no,
I
we
think
have
2 hours
encountered
is just about my limit.
Yeah.
right.
I was
We have encountered a man of stars.
I was going to ask Brish. Didn't we talk about before about Mr. Bean being one of the aliens?
I think you commented that at some point. And I was trying so hard not to laugh about that because I had the Mr. Bean world planned out.
Yeah, I was thinking of the one episode of the animated show where it's like he gets abducted by aliens and the aliens are also Mr. Bean and
He's the
Mr. Bean
imposter.
tries to interact with the other Mr. Beans. All
Among
the
Us,
other
but with
Mr.
Mr.
Beans
Beans.
end up
Oh
hating him and
no.
leaving him back on Earth.
I vaguely
God.
remember something like that,
Ugh.
but yeah.
You should
God,
not.
I'm glad that the Mr. Bean world has been upon us now.
Never trust
Finally.
Sherlock Holmes
It's
with a
really funny.
vehicle.
It's really funny that we literally talked about Mr. Bean being in this campaign. I did not fucking recognize it.
Oh.
uh,
Oh
You
boy.
hate to see it.
Anyways, I think I need a nap.
have fun
Good night.
napping. I was gonna make a
See-
joke, but
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Farewell. Well, now what?
now
Everybody
what
dies.
Oh,
no!
no!
Presumably.
Rocks fall.
Well, video games, am I right?
I mean, if I have to.
Uh,
Rip. Okay. now I have to do things. Not that I wasn't, but you know. Yes, everyone. Yo, music, where are you? I could use you for a second. Fun was had. I didn't prepare anything in advance, essentially, so I can't wait for this to open in, like, full screen and blasting everybody's ears out, so... Get hype for that!